and we should be judging the judgment. Because listen, a lot of rather than let their families suffer while a lot of these murderers and drug dealers are rot away in prison for 30 years at the expense of the taxpayer, in Christ's kingdom, we'd chop their damn head off for some of these crimes. You murder somebody or sell drugs throughout the whole black community, you wouldn't be doing that no more. We would eradicate it because it would be important to us. But it's not important to Donald Trump that drug dealers and murderers be dealt with. That's not important to him. He just said this week that it was all right that Elon Musk was a ketamine crackhead.
Yes, he did.
He said that was fine. But what is not fine is Mexicans building houses for you devils. What's not fine is Mexicans farming your vegetables for you devils. What's not fine is Mexicans working in your restaurants for you devils. What's not fine is law-abiding Mexicans and other South Americans from working hard and prospering and not being criminals. That's what the problem is. That's the problem. They went in the complex, like you said, General Miami, and I mean, little female Mexicans working in a construction site. Feet look like my daughter's feet, look like a baby's feet. The grown-ass women, they so small and little, and in there banging in hammers and moving wooden planks across for the other workers to build these houses. I mean, building whole housing complexes, you understand, for these Edomites who they're going to import from all over the world. All while they terrorize. You should have saw it was so sad and shameful to see when the ICE agents showed up and the white people yelled at the Mexicans, "It's ICE, it's ICE." You should have seen hundreds of these brothers and sisters in vests with them orange vests on, running all across the dirty fields and the mud, trying to get away from these agents. This is people working for none of them make the money the white boys make. None of them cats building them houses make the money the white boys make. And they was running across the field. This is the step before the Holocaust. What's happening to the Palestinians, that's a Holocaust. What's getting ready to happen to blacks and Latinos in this country, this is a Holocaust. And the Latino brothers and sisters in this country are right on the border of it. They're right on the border of this Holocaust, man. And now that the babies are dying, in Gaza, now all of a sudden America and all the other countries are saying, this is not right, the Israelis is doing. Let's pull out. We're going to pull out and stop supporting them. Yeah, you supported them until they bombed the people into the Stone Age. Now you pull out because you know what the next step is, to just starve them till they die. What they're suffering is worse than what happened in Nazi Germany. They're dying from a real Holocaust. But here's the frightening part. You understand? A man of God would know that this Holocaust is coming to your doorstep. Right. This Holocaust is coming from the same man that allowed their bombs to go to Israel and bomb the Palestinians into starvation, is the same man sitting right over you right here in America, and he hates you more than he hates the Palestinians. He hates you more. He hates you so much, he's getting rid of you for working hard. That's what he's getting rid of you for. Getting rid of you for building proper families. That's what he's getting rid of you for, which shows you he loved a drug dealer. He loved you being a criminal and a lowlife and an immoral piece of garbage. He complained about it on the news. Oh, the crime. Oh, we got to do something about the cities. But he loved it because he ain't never deployed this much soldiers against criminals until he deployed them against the Mexicans. Now he deploying them against the Mexicans. Next, he'll turn around and say, we got to clean up the cities. It's just too much crime. And this will never end. There'll be just like it was in Nazi Germany, there'll be a new enemy once they eradicate the first enemy. Then there'll be another enemy. And there'll be another enemy. And I got bad news for you white people. You white people that don't bow down and kiss the ring of Donald Trump, if you leave him in power, you're going to not only lose your democracy, but he's going to make you a slave. Just like you said, Muhammad, that woman, she had more intelligence and integrity than everybody else in that January 6th riot. Right. They all feel victorious now and getting federal jobs. Proud Boys and all of them, Oath Keepers, they all getting federal jobs now. That they can go beat up on little 4-foot-high Mexicans. You understand, that worked in restaurants and built your whole stinking rotten ass empire. That's what they got jobs for now. You understand? And they love it. Well, guess what? You better keep your eye on the ball, because the Lord is still here. The Most High, like Paul said, the Lord had reserved 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to Baal. Right. There's brothers out here, brother, that ain't bowed their knee to Baal, that ain't caught up in Christianity, that don't believe in the Arabs' God of Islam, that ain't caught up into the American society, that did not become homosexual. They're not drug dealers and murderers. There's real men out here that believe in the Most High, waking up to the Most High and standing with the Lord. And the Lord said this, God said this, not me. God said this, that ye are my battle axe and weapon of war. That's what God said, that ye are his battle axe and weapon of war. The Lord is going to prophesy on this place like he said, and then he going to bring destruction on this place. And they're not going to be able to blame the Mexicans for the Lord's destruction. You're not going to blame the Mexicans for that. You ain't going to blame black people, West Indian people, Native Indian people. You're going to have to blame yourself for it. You're going to face it and blame yourself for being such a cruel monster. And then just like it says in Revelation, everyone shall go by and be saddened at your destruction. They're going to know it was your fault that you got it. They're going to say, we would have saved the country. They would have told you, stop, Donald Trump. Stop doing this evil. They tried to tell you they would have saved you. But you turned your back on the slaves who just asked to be free. That's right. Just that, which was too much for you to give. After 400 years of raping the earth, it was just too much to ask to just be free.